7 Ways Karate Kid. Legends is copying Daniel LaRusso's story Karate Kid. Legends is copying Daniel LaRusso's story from the original movie in many different ways. The franchise's formula has been recycled several times now. The original Karate Kid movie from 1984, now regarded as a classic, established the narrative of a bullied underdog teen learning martial arts from a wise mentor to overcome his rival in a tournament. This story has been reiterated in several sequels, the 2010 remake, and the early seasons of Cobra Kai. Now, Karate Kid. Legends is continuing that pattern. The upcoming installment unites Ralph Macchio's Daniel LaRusso, the original Karate Kid, and Jackie Chan's Mr. Han from the 2010 remake, as they mentor Ben Wang's new character, Li Fong. While the inclusion of 2 seasoned teachers slightly shifts the dynamic, the overall setup remains familiar. Lai is the underdog who trains to face off against his bully in a tournament. To highlight just how closely Karate Kid. Legends' story mirrors Daniel LaRusso's, here are all the ways in which it copies his journey. In the original Karate Kid movie, Daniel LaRusso is an Italian-American teenager from Newark, New Jersey, who moves to the resident neighborhood of Los Angeles with his widowed mother, Lucille. The early parts of the film focus on the universal struggles of a teenager who has just moved to a new city, including not only being bullied, but also making new friends. Daniel attends a beach party where he plays soccer and quickly befriends a girl named Ellie Mills, a cheerleader from Encino. Though some of the details are still unsettled, Karate Kid. Legends also follows a teenager who has just moved. Following a family tragedy, Li Fong is forced to leave his home in Beijing, China, and relocate to New York City with his mother and attend a prestigious new school. As he struggles to adjust after the movie, Li finds solace in his newfound friendship with a female classmate, Mia, similar to Daniel and Ali in the original movie. After moving to a new city, Daniel and Li both face bullying. In the original movie, Daniel befriending Ellie draws the ire of her arrogant ex-boyfriend, Johnny Lawrence, the top student at the Cobra Kai dojo. Johnny beats Daniel in an initial confrontation and, along with his gang, continues to bully Daniel during the early part of the Karate Kid. This relentless bullying further isolates Daniel, leaving him frustrated and alone in Karate Kid. Legends. Lee also faces bullying from a formidable local karate champion, Connor. The Karate Kid. Legends trailers reveal an initial confrontation between Lai and Connor on the subway after he sees him with Mia, who tells him, "Connor, don't start," suggesting that he could be her ex-boyfriend, similar to Ali and Johnny. Lee appears to lose an initial fight with Connor and later has a black eye in school, copying Daniel's story from the original film. Both Daniel and Lai are trained in the ways of Miyagi-Do, the form of karate named after Mr. Miyagi. In the original film, Daniel is famously trained by Miyagi, the maintenance man, at his new apartment building. After saving Daniel from being beaten by Johnny and his gang, Miyagi begins training him in Miyagi-Do, teaching him important techniques such as defensive blocks through muscle memory, but also important life lessons like the importance of personal balance, which in turn helps improve his relationship with Ellie. Though Miyagi is no longer around in Karate Kid. Legends. His form of fighting lives on through Daniel. While Li Fong is considered a kung fu prodigy, he is still being bullied and bested by Connor. Li's skills clearly aren't enough on their own, and he requires more training to defeat him. In turn, Li's kung fu teacher, Mr. Han, enlists Daniel for help in training him in the ways of Miyagi-Do, merging the 2 unique styles into a new fighting form. At the crux of the original Karate Kid is Daniel's training to compete in a karate tournament against his bullies. Miyagi suggests that Daniel participate in the under-18 All-Valley Karate Championships, allowing him to fight against Johnny and the other students at the Cobra Kai dojo on equal footing. During the tournament, Daniel surprises everyone by beating students of the Cobra Kai dojo, such as Daryl Vidal, and the second-best student, Bobby Brown, before ultimately defeating Johnny with a crane kick. The trailers show glimpses of this karate tournament, and while it's unclear if Lai will win, he likely will, considering all the other ways in which Legends copies Daniel LaRusso's story. Li Fong's journey also culminates in participating in a karate competition against his bully, mirroring the events in The Karate Kid. In Legends, Li Fong trains for a karate competition called the Five Boroughs, which, as Mia says in the trailer, is the biggest tournament in New York City, and one Connor wins every year. The trailers show glimpses of this karate tournament, and while it's unclear if Lai will win, he likely will, considering all the other ways in which Legends copies Daniel LaRusso's story. The original Karate Kid is a quintessential underdog story, much like Rocky. Daniel begins his journey with nothing more than heart and grit, facing off against far more experienced and intimidating opponents. His move to a new city, run-ins with bullies, and sense of isolation position him as the perfect underdog. Through Miyagi's training, Daniel gradually develops, proving that perseverance and discipline can triumph over brute force, culminating in his unlikely victory at the All Valley tournament. Karate Kid: Legends echoes the same formula, essentially repackaging Daniel's classic underdog story with a modern spin. From Lee moving to a new city, his run-ins with a bullying rival, and his guidance under two mentors, the movie retraces nearly every emotional and narrative beat of the original. By culminating in a high-stakes tournament where the protagonist must overcome impossible odds, Legends appears to be aiming to deliver the same emotional payoff as the original movie. Mentor figures have always been central to the Karate Kid franchise, with Miyagi setting the gold standard as a teacher who imparts not only martial arts techniques, but also deep life wisdom. His role in Daniel's life extends far beyond karate, helping him find inner peace, confidence, and moral clarity. The bond between student and teacher becomes the emotional heart of the original movie, elevating the tournament into something far more meaningful. In Karate Kid: Legends, the mentor dynamic continues through Mr. Han and Daniel himself, who now step into Miyagi's shoes to train Lai. While the dual mentorship shifts the formula slightly, the core remains the same, as wise teachers shape a struggling teenager into a stronger and more balanced person. Just like Miyagi in the original movie, it's the mentors, Mr. Han and Daniel, who carry the emotional weight of the story by channeling the spirit of Miyagi. Karate Kid: Legends mirrors Daniel's deeper martial arts journey from the original movie. It's not just about a kid learning karate to beat up his bullies, but there's a deeper story about a character embarking on a personal journey of growth and self-discovery through martial arts. By retracing these arcs almost beat for beat, Karate Kid: Legends reinforces just how closely it copies Daniel LaRusso's story, from the initial move to a new city to the final moment of triumph.